meal plans. I get it. You want to be told what to eat, because then problem solved. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Tell me what to do and I'll eat this way and I'll get to my goal and I'll do that forever and live happily ever after. Yeah, doesn't work like that. There's a better way, a much easier way. That's what I want to talk to you about. My name is Joe Leach. I'm a dietitian and my company provides online dietitian consulting. And if you're looking for a meal plan or you've thought about following one or you are following one, this video is super important for you. It's going to save you a lot of time. First things first, I understand why we look for meal plans, right? Because it's like, oh, this issue is so tiring and frustrating for me and I feel like I don't know what I can eat. Just tell me what to eat. You can argue there's a case for that in the very beginning. Yes, but it's the beginning. And when ultimately your goal is like, I want to get from this issue I have to this pain-free problem or this life where I don't have to think about that anymore. It's not an issue for me. Now, the meal plan is a beginning, but this journey has a middle and an end. And all you're getting is the beginning if you just focus on a meal plan. And I mean the very beginning. Because we need to be real here. Are you gonna, like, a meal plan, it's someone else's plan. Are you gonna eat someone else's plan for the rest of your life? Like, what happens when you stop? Meal plans don't allow you to learn about what your body wants and why. They don't take in context. So when you have cravings or your circumstances or environment changes, and without the context, they're not applicable to how we live our lives. But yeah, the idea of a meal plan looks so good, right? I say it's like baby clothes with little pockets, right? They look great, but they're useless. You know, baby doesn't need to put his pens there or his phone or his wallet, right? All that ends up in that pocket is dirt and stones and possibly shit. It just potentially makes things a mess, and that's what happens with a meal plan. The other thing is, like, meal plans assume you eat perfect. They assume you eat perfect. Guess what? You eat McDonald's sometimes. We eat pizza. We drink coffee, or we drink alcohol, or whatever it is. Humans don't eat perfect, and so they shouldn't. You don't have to, like, to be healthy and happy, you don't have to eat perfectly. It doesn't require perfection. You don't have to be a robot. You're not a robot. The good news is it's easy to make the changes that you need to without a meal plan if you're just intentional and methodical and do things incrementally. So I'll explain how you should approach this. With our clients, we want you to transform how you currently eat to be in line with your goals, but also your lifestyle and your habits. So rather than reinvent the wheel and have a new meal plan every week, every 2 weeks, look at how you currently eat. Now, what small changes and tweaks can we make to make it more in line with your goals? And if we use gut issues as an example, say you need to follow some sort of protocol that eliminates potential triggers, rather than you just having to get you and your family to follow this whole new way of eating, or you and your partner, or you having to eat separate meals and prepare 2 different meals all the time. Let's look at what you and your partner typically enjoy, and how can we swap some things and make it in line with your goals as well, because it's a lot easier than you think if you know what to look for. Aim to make each meal or choice a little better incrementally over time, and it adds up. That's how a sustainable transformation and change works. That's how life works. Say like you want to learn to do shoulder press, this movement here with the dumbbells, and you want to go from 10 pounds to 50 pounds, or like 5 kilos to 30 kilos. You don't just do that overnight, right? You slowly build up. You start at 5 pounds, you get a 7.5, 10, etc. Yet with nutrition and diet, people want to go from eating bloody garbage to Instagram perfect diet overnight, just like that. Life doesn't work like that. You have to do it incrementally. Learning a language, another good example. That's what I'm doing right now. You can't just write down all the words onto a piece of paper and then the next day you're fluent. No one would expect that. Yet when it comes to diet changes, you expect yourself to just get a whole new way of life. Like eating affects so many aspects of our lives. Don't just think nutrition, but socially as well. You're just gonna get a new plan and ta-da, piece of cake, no worries. Like, get real, people. You need to observe your current diet and be methodical about what you're gonna change and implement those changes, but incrementally, and it stacks up very fast and the changes become very pronounced. It's not a click of your fingers, but it works. And I know that process, like, it is simple to do if you know what to look for. But of course, if you try and do it by yourself, it's very overwhelming and complex. And that's why we do what we do. And I have the business that I have, because we're taking this complex thing and making it very simple for you to do, and really telling you what to do each step of the way. So guiding you so you don't have to think much and you don't have to stress and feel overwhelmed. But it's not the meal plan that is what will help you feel that way and get to that solution. It's actually individualized guidance through a more sustainable process, which is small changes, tweaking what you currently do, rather than reinventing the wheel. If you'd like some help with this process, that is what we do. I have a short training video that explains how we're different and how it works with us. If you want to check that out, just put transform in the comments and I can send you that little video lesson. And if you're not interested, that's cool. Of course, you can do something like this on your own. Just have a think about what I've said. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumb or a heart, and of course tag someone who you think will benefit from seeing this.